Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be opening the back sides and doing basically the same as we did to the front, and we're gonna see how bad the car is damaged. Enjoy! Oh, okay. That was way harder than it needed to be. The suspension was really hard to get out because it was so rusty and basically nothing moved. But now I got it, and let's see how it looks like. So, in the back here there was quite some dust, and there's just a little bit of rust, but I think it's just on the surface. It won't be anything too deep. And this continues to spread around the edge to way back here where the fuel tank hoses are, which is by the way really interesting. I've never seen this before. And also I discovered here that there's rust on here too, and I don't know what exactly those are because this ends here, and it seems to go somewhere behind, and I'm not sure if this is only for air, so the air comes out of the fuel tank or something. But if it's not, I probably have to be concerned about the rust on here. But I guess I have to Google that before I do anything. Okay, continuing. On the other edge, it's rusty, but it's not too bad. I don't think there are going to be any holes on here, and the rust seems like it's going around the edge here, but that's all right. Nothing different than the other sides. And on the top here, it's really rusty. Those two big pieces fall out as soon as I took the suspension off, and that's like quite thick metal that has rusted completely through. I can break it with my fingers. On the top here you can see that this is basically nothing. I can poke through it with a screwdriver. Look how easily it breaks off. This whole thing has to be changed. Okay, I guess I'll go back to time lapse and I'll try to remove most of the stuff here with the rotary tool. And I'm happy that there's no big holes on the side here. And I'll get to it then. Hello and welcome back. So I removed all the stuff here and I covered it with rust converter. Now I'm going to remove this just in case there's any rust left underneath, so I can scrape it away. And I also did this on here You can see it's kind of brownish, so I expect there to be a little bit more rust. I just noticed I missed this part, but otherwise I think I got everything. Did I though? Yeah, I got everything. And I'm still kind of concerned about this because the rust is spreading to down here. It's kind of bloated a little bit, but I'll have to ask a professional for that, and also for this too. And this top part, I'm just gonna leave it like this for now, because I'm going to have a professional do this. Since this is way out of my league, he's going to cut away everything and replace it with a new part. Right, I moved towards the back sides, the other back side, and it's more rusty on here. You can see there's more rust here than the other side. On here everything's fine, and then behind here there's quite bad rust. I don't know if there's going to be a hole or not, but I guess we'll discover in a minute. But yeah, I'll get to grinding. Okay, so I was just working on here, removing all the rust, and then I noticed on the floor that there's water. So when you look up, let me adjust the camera. Okay, as you noticed, it's dripping, and I'm going to try to remove this plug, to remove this screw, because maybe that's some kind of plug, I could imagine. Okay, I cannot fit my tools on there, but there's quite some water, which might explain why the car is rusted so heavily back here. I think this is so rusted that I can just kind of break this off. Oh, okay, it went through. Okay, so as you can see, there's a hole here, and if you look through the hole, you'll actually be able to see the insides of the trunk. And if we look inside, here we can find the same holes. Where did my flash go? So here you can see, you can kind of see them, the same holes. And here is the washer fluid, which probably has leaked at some point, and that's why there was so much water inside, and that's probably why it has rusted. So that's another thing that we have to check later on. Okay, so here we are. I took the reservoir out, and what you can see is this is the little part that I just pushed in. Let it focus a little. So it's not a screw at all, it's actually a drainage plug. And what this does is, you can see there's a little hole in here where water is supposed to go out from, but since it's clogged, water didn't go out, and it stayed in, and it started rusting quite badly. Here you can see there was supposed to come out water from here, but there's just dirt and slime inside. Okay, so here's the problem. Since there was water inside there, and this thing sits like this, which means that the motor which pumps the water is on the bottom, and it's basically touching water all the time. It was probably submerged into water. So this started to rust and then started leaking, which then led to more rust, which is incredibly stupid design if you ask me, but that's just how Mazda did it. So I guess this has to get replaced someday, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I don't really care if I can spray water in the back, because the system that it's on this car is not good anyways. It's just a line of water, and where I live it's raining all the time, so it doesn't really matter. But I have to remove the rust there so it stops rusting. So I'll get to that and then I'll show you the results. Alright, I cleaned everything up, I removed the rust. There was only major dust because the surface was pretty well painted, but I guess it got to the metal on the underside. So there was not much work to do here. It was just a little bit rust on this part here, but I scraped all of this off, and all of this is just dirt, just some rusty water, which I will wash off at some point of the future, and everything's gonna be fine again. I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to return this little plug, which got clogged, because in my mind it's just going to result to the same problem. I think it's just going to be better if I just leave the hole there. There's like a little hole there. But I'm not sure yet. Maybe somebody can advise me in the comments. But we'll see. I'm not sure. Okay, then I got most of the important stuff removed. The other stuff is free. I'm not going to remove the strut this time because the top part is going to get changed anyways, and there's not much that I can do about it. I removed most of the little stuff that was left on the car, and here you can see the light coming from the trunk. This has to get closed also, which basically means that we have a little hole on every side of the car, but that's fine because they're not too big. There's not like this big of a hole missing, and I'm happy with that. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have bought some parts which will be arriving soon, so I'm looking forward to that, so we can finally continue our work. I was just walking in the garage, and then I realized how much water actually got out. So we're at the front of the car now, and you can follow the stream of water way to the back here. It goes all the way back here. There's a quite big puddle in the back there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but man, this thing was really full.